One of the quickest growing areas here in DFW, specifically on the east side, is Forney, Texas. I feel like every time I'm out here, there's a new development popping up or a new neighborhood getting ready to start, or a lot of builders are sending me emails and saying, hey, we've got this thing going on. So today I get to show you what that new development, one of those new developments of the many that are happening here in Forney. This is going to be Walden Pond. There are three sections to this. There's the south, the east, and the west. I am standing on the west side. I want to show you some of the stuff that's going in over here. It's going to be 40 and 50 foot lots. There's three builders that are going to be on the west side: Lennar, Pacesetter, Union Main. We're going to toss out the first one, frankly, because I don't believe in their product. You've been around my channel, you know that's one of those ones that I'm not super fond of. But the other two, Pacesetter and Union Main, are ones that I do feel like they put together a quality product for their pricing. So what I want to do is I want to show you around this area. There's not much here to show you yet. I'm looking over at the model homes, and they are working hard on getting those ready to sell out of. Both of those builders are selling out of different communities right now. So can't really show you the model homes yet, but I can kind of show you the area, talk to you about it, tell you a little bit about what's going on out here in Forney, and then of course take you and show you pricing sheets for the early additions here in Walden Pond West. So before we get to drone up in the air, if we haven't met before, my name is Zach. My team and I, we sell new construction real estate here in DFW. That is what we specialize in. So Forney to Fort Worth and everything in between. If you're looking to build here in the DFW area, or you're looking to buy off builders inventory, we want to be the team to help you. So contact information is right down below. Reach out if you have questions. So let's get the drone up in the air and show you around Walden Pond, give you some details, and then we will go from there. So here we go. Walden Pond is being developed by Centurion America. So this is going to be a multi-phase development right over here in Forney, just off of 548. So if you know Forney, 548 is one of the main roads that runs through there. It's going to cover over 200 acres, about 214. And by the time it's all said and done, I think it adds over 2,000 homes to the Forney area. And so listen, I get it. You're looking at this and you're like, you live in Forney and you're like, where are we going to put all these people? It's like, I don't know, but they're going to keep building. It's the reason the school district keeps opening schools. It's the reason all of, it's affordable for them for now. And it's the reason, like, if we're honest, there's kind of a traffic problem in Forney. I've talked about that before. I'm never going to say, hey, don't move out here, but I just need you to know, like, one of the biggest challenges with living out here, I mean, you can even see it as we're just flying over and looking at 548. You can, like, the traffic is not going to be fun. Getting in and out of Forney on 80 right now, I don't know how to say it nicely, but it sucks. And then getting across north and south of Forney is not going to be ideal. So this is going to be on the north side of Forney. So this will put you in the North Forney feeder system with great, let's see, let me look at their notes. What they got? Pools, amenity centers, green spaces, parks, hikes, and biking trail. So all of those things coming in out here in Forney. Like I said, good options on 40 and 50 foot lots. I love that they're doing that. I wish they would go a little bit bigger. I'm just glad that they're not going below 40. I've seen some builders recently that are doing like 30 and 35 foot products, and honestly, it just it makes me so angry. So 40 foot product, again, less than perfect, but I think it's a good starting point. 50, I think, is really where you start to feel like you've got some good spacing. Looking at both of these builders pricing wise for their 50s is really, it's not terrible. So like and I'll show you all of these when we get back into the office. On the Pacesetter side, I mean, they've got a 50 foot product at 2,000 square feet starting at 381. Now, of course, pricing is subject to change, and that usually is the case when it comes to new construction. Builders will increase their prices. Sometimes it's every 5 sales, sometimes it's every 10, sometimes it's every quarter. It just depends. So depending on when you see this video, this is shot in April. Pricing will probably go up out here at some point. So put you on 548, which puts you just right back behind down the street from Walmart and Kroger and all of that big commercial development that's going on in Forney. You've got tons of restaurants that are all right there. We're right across kind of from Forney High School. So I think this is going to be a really great product. And of course, Union Main and Pacesetter, both of which I have sold several of before, both of which I feel like their quality is really good in terms of what you get for like what you're spending. We're not going to talk about the third builder that's over here because, like I said, they are not. I'm not fans of them. So that's the west side. On Walden, let's see, Walden Pond south is going to be Matnamy, which is they are relatively new. to the DFW market. They're Canadian. They've been here in the last couple of years. And then another one that's listed called Rockwell Homes. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know anything about them. We'll have to do some research and figure that one out. And then on the east side, you have Brightland and our, other friends at Schmidt. So if you had to pick, I would take Brightland over those. But I think I would identify coming over here to the west side of Walden Pond and picking up either Pacesetter or Union, Maine. So showed you around, kind of give you a lay of the land. I want to take you now and show you a really, really interesting opportunity that happens really only out here in Forney. It has nothing to do with this community specifically, but it has everything to do with the city and the school district Forney. So I want to take and show you that as we let's get the drone down. And then I will take you back into my office and show you pricing for this neighborhood and kind of show you where it prices out at to come out here and build your next dream home. I feel like I can't talk about any new development in Forney when it comes to housing and living out here without talking about what's going on right behind me. This is the OC, or as Forney ISD calls it, Opportunity Central. They opened this, I believe this opened last year. And this is one of those really cool innovation things that honestly I wish would have existed when I was a student in high school. So you see a lot of school districts trying to figure out the college and career thing, the technical training. Nobody has figured it out quite like Forney ISD has yet. So I'm just gonna give you some notes on what they built here. This is a 350,000 square foot facility. It has a 7,000 seat arena, a 600 seat auditorium, a variety of college and career classes, multi-purpose complex, student run businesses, fine art spaces, and all of these different things. They built this for the community. So the first floor right over there is open to the public 7 days a week. That is a student business hub. It looks like they've got a couple of restaurants and shops. They've got an auto tech like trade center. So high school students are getting the opportunity to come in, learn skills, learn trades, and it's way more than the traditional high school model that some of us are used to, that we all sat through. So 7 days a week they're going to be open. They're going to have approximately 2,000 students here from both of the high schools that they're eligible to be here. It's community classes, practices. They really went all out with this innovative space that they created. So like I said, it's training for kids, but it's so much more than that. It's teaching them business skills. It's teaching them any kind of skill and technical thing that you could want to know. College and career prep, all of those things. This is the OC. Really, really phenomenal. I think this is probably one of the number one, in my opinion, one of the number one drivers that is bringing families into Forney is some of the things that their school district is doing. They're opening campuses. It seems like every single year, like they've got new middle schools or elementary schools opening. This just opened. They just added a natatorium. They just added a swim facility right around the corner from this as well. So a super, super cool space that honestly, like I said, I wish would have existed when I was a kid. Maybe would have, made different decisions. I don't know, but I love seeing that they're investing in their students, in their families, and in creating exactly that, and creating opportunities for kids to create something pretty spectacular. So we can't talk about Forney and Forney ISD without talking about what's going on back here behind me. With that being said, let's go step into the office and talk about some housing details, talk some pricing, talk what you can expect looking at this new community. So let's go. All right, we made it from outside. We checked out what's going to be the new neighborhood. We checked out the OC, all of that good stuff. Now I want to show you what's going actually on the ground, show you pricing, show you floor plans, and all that good stuff. Every time I think about saying the word Forney, think about Boy Meets World, and when Eric Matthews used to call out Mr. Feeney, and he'd be like, Feeney, Feeney. So I'd be like, Forney, Forney.
Feeney, Feeney. Ow!
Sorry, just insight into my brain. So let's go to Forney and look at we're gonna look at Pacesetter, we're gonna look at Union, Maine, we're gonna look at price points on homes that you could get in Walden Pond. All right, so let's go. Let me show you my screen and we will talk about all the floor plans that are available there in Walden Pond with Union, Maine and Pacesetter. So here we go. Okay, so we'll start with Union Main. The cheapest floor plan that they have looks like it's going to be their Burnett. So 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, starting at 309. Really not a bad spot at all. So 309, and then going up from there, we've got 320, 350. I always like to look, just out of curiosity, the biggest one-story floor plan that they have, because some people just don't want to go to a 2-story. So let's see if we can find the biggest. It's going to be probably this one right here. So 4-bed, 3-bath. 2,300 square feet, starting base price at 390. And so as I'm showing you this, Union Main, I think they've switched to more of like a design within their community. So these are going to be kind of like palette sort of style designs where you're picking, all of your interior finishes with your sales counselor in that community. So a couple different elevation options. You got the A, the B, and then C. And then here's kind of the floor plan. So garage, front bedroom on the front side with its own bathroom, and then 2 more bedrooms over here that share a bath, and then of course a large family room and large primary at the rear. And then you have a flex space that could be this could be a study, this could be another bedroom. What I don't see on their website is any sort of options of like, hey, here's the things that you can add in, here's the things that you can do with Union Main. So that kind of gives you that idea on the largest 2-story. And then if you're going to go all the way to the top in Walden Pond, we're going to be looking at the Trinity. So this is 4-bed, 2.5 bath, $449.90 before you do any sort of structural upgrades, changes, or design with that. So we'll take a look at that real quick as well. So downstairs family room, outdoor living, primary down, which is what you'll see a lot of times with majority of the builders here in North Texas. And then 1 flex room, which I would guess, again, they're not showing structural options, 1 flex room that could probably be turned into a secondary bedroom, game room, and then 3 more bedrooms with 1 shared bathroom upstairs on the base of this plan. Quality wise for Union Main, I feel like their quality honestly is pretty good. I've sold a few of their homes, seen some of their design selections. I really appreciate some of the things that they do. One of the things that I've heard and experienced that is not super great is the like cultural environment with their sales staff. I'm not talking about their individual salespeople. I'm just talking about like experiences I've heard from like how they function as a company. So won't get into too much detail because I can't say a ton without, I don't have the full information. I just know what I hear from other sales staff that have worked for them. So 40 and 50 foot lots there with them. Let's see if they've got anything listed as quick move-ins. They do. So they've got a couple already. I think these are probably, so in August and September. So a little bit past the time of school starting. So 4-bed, 2 baths at $342, be one of the first ones to move in on that one, or a 4.5 on a September move-in at $480. So that kind of gives you a feel for what Union Main is doing there in Walden Pond. Now let's flip over and look at the Pacesetter product there as well. Okay, so side note, as of the time of this recording of this video, they are currently selling out of Lavon. I didn't see, Union Main doesn't say where they're currently selling that from. I would guess it's probably Mill Rainey Ranch. They're in Forney, I think is the other community that they're in. So I would probably guess that that's where they're at. Pacesetter, they are selling theirs. They are currently selling this community out of Lavon in Lavon, which, side note, if you haven't seen that community is gorgeous. There's going to be a lot of really cool things out there. So let's take a look at some of their floor plans. They do have their split between 40 and 50 foot products. So starting on a 40 foot plan, we're starting at 319. So 309, so a little bit more expensive than the Union Main product. So 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet starting at 319. And then these are kind of all the ones that they'll carry on their 40 foot lots. So a couple, 6 different plans that they'll carry there, going all the way up to their biggest at 2.5, 2,100 square feet, base price 378. So we're still well under that 400 price point with a 2-story home, which is not a bad spot to be in. And then of course, let's take a look at what they're carrying on their 50s. Base price for their 50 foot, so 2,000 square feet at base price 381. And then we're going to jump all the way from there to a 2.5 over 3,000 square feet on a 50 foot lot at 441. Let's just take a look at a couple of these. Let's do this one, because this is one of their ones that I kind of really like. So this is their South Lake. So it's a 3-bed, 2-bath. It's 2,265 square feet. And then here is kind of what that plan originally starts with. So you've got the 2 bedrooms here. You do have a study, and it looks like you do have the option to turn that study into a 4th bedroom, a large family room, large kitchen. There is an option to add a 2nd floor on this one, it looks like. Yeah, looks like there's an option to add a 2nd floor with a game room and an additional bedroom, or just a game room if you wanted to do that. So it would become like a 1.5 story. Also looks like they're showing either a 3-car tandem or a traditional 3. And like I've talked about before in other videos, if you can do that and it fits on the lot, I would spend the money and get that 3rd car. So tons of different options in terms of structure. Again, I think they are also doing design within the community, so you will do that kind of with your salesperson, but this is one of my favorite plans of theirs. And then I want to show you one more. Actually, I'll do 2 more. We'll do 2 more on their side. This one, I wasn't sure about this plan, to be honest, and I've seen it in a couple different communities, and I really, really like it because it's got I'll show you. So this has got this like separate family room and formal dining space. And then you have the option to like turn this space here into like a study. I think a lot of times this has like a cathedral style ceiling. I don't know if that's extra for them or not, but it is a super cool option. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, and then you have the option of adding another 2nd floor on this, and then this converting into a home office. I've not seen this plan with a 2nd floor. I have seen it with the 1st, and then so there's the option there on that 2nd floor piece. Some of the additions you can make on this plan, like I said, optional media room, extended covered patio, home office in lieu of the formal dining, and another option to add that 3rd car. So base price on this one at $401. Again, one of my favorite plans in their catalog to take a look at. Look through the rest of it, and then you can see where else you can build this one. We talked about it here. So 401 to 568. It's crazy, but again, it's difference in location. And of course, you know, this is because they're not selling this community yet, but they will be soon. So just FYI on that one. And then this, we've talked about the Richardson, but I actually want to talk about the Garland. So 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,800 square feet with a base price at $425. You're going to find that's comparable to what you would see potentially, you know, in Devonshire with some of those builders on those 40 and 50 foot lots. So really for Forney, I think they're doing potentially a really good job here. Floor plan, 1 bedroom down, and then everything else on the 2nd floor. A couple different options to create that bedroom down, because I know a lot of people want the 2 bedrooms down. So if you're building a 2-story house and you want that bedroom downstairs, you do have that option to add it. Now here's how it comes standard. So you've got 3 bedrooms up top with a game room and a bathroom. And then I think, let's go back. Yeah, a couple different options to where you could add a secondary bathroom upstairs if you wanted to. And again, car garage, I will say it until I am blue in the face and I can't say it anymore. Build the 3rd car garage, please. Other things you need to know, we talked about the school information. So this does, like I said, this follows the North Forney ISD feeder pattern. The thing that everybody cares about, taxes and HOAs. HOA is going to be $800 for the year, and the tax rate is going to be 2.13, which, you know, falls right about mid-range for what we see here in North Texas with that tax rate. So 2.13 on the taxes. Starting prices in the low 300s. Like I said, 319 and what was it, 309 respectfully for Pacesetter and Union Main. I don't know what Lennar is going to price at. They're probably going to undercut all of that, but we're not going to talk about them. So that gives you Walden Pond, specifically Walden Pond West. Like I said, expecting first move-ins probably August, September. And realistically, if you're trying to contract to build at this point, there's a good chance you'll be in by the end of the year and be one of the first people in this particular community. Like we've talked about before, I think best pricing happens in terms of price point and incentives and builder incentives, all kind of in those first few contracts that happen within a neighborhood. So if you have questions, you want to look at Walden Pond in detail, you want to look at any other Forney community, or realistically anything here in North Texas, our contact information, as always, is down. We'll run it right here, and we'll go to Forney. Sorry, it's just, you just gotta deal with it. It's just me. We'll go to Forney. I can't say it without thinking about it. That's funny. If you have questions, let me know down below. If we can be helpful in any way, shape, or form here in the DFW market, happy to help answer any questions. Leave them down below. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate your time as always. I will see you in our next video. We will talk soon. So bye for now.